Hey guys, welcome to Character Modeling. That's right, week 3, second announcement. A lot of good stuff going on. Hope everybody's doing very great this week. Figured I'd get into a little bit some help and really get into some aspects of realism versus stylization and how this can affect your characters and your character design as we move forward for going into really big detailed features. So let's get into that a little bit. Figured I'd give a little backup and some quick announcements. So there's two ways to really build characters. You can either focus them on realism or focus them on stylization. It's up to you, either way when you're building them. So it just depends on who your audience is, what the scenery is around it, and how to go about it based on where the environment is these characters exist on. And you can go either way with this. It's up to you. But if you decide to go the realism route, subjects that are really painted in a realism aspect, they're really focused from an everyday life in a naturalistic manner. And they're used to describe artworks or projects painted or created in a realistic, almost a photographic way. Now, sometimes the uncanny valley can get a little teased here to where it's a theory that's based upon near-reaching realism, but never really quite achieving it. So a lot of times when we get to that valley, we're almost making it up to the point where we're getting past the valley, but we end up cycling back down because it's just so close. It's not really realism. There's like that hidden point to where you're just stuck in that, and that's where sometimes things don't look real. And we've been trying to reach that point from a lot of time, but the better we get with technology, drawing, and everything, we hit that realism aspect. And that's where a lot of more serious projects and art styles tend to focus on a realism concept. And we've come close very times, nearly reached it. However, there's some things that we tend to find mistakes in everything. And this is because we as humans, we know what humans look like from birth, and we always find something that's just not quite there, or it's not quite made properly. And that's something what we will always know as humans, and the difference between that. Now, the other way is stylization, and this is where you can take a little bit more liberties in your art. For example, the decorative generalization of figures and objects by means of various conventional techniques. And this includes the simplification of lines, form, and relationships of space and color. And this brings a lot of decorative features into art while conforming to a non-conventional style. A lot of people also realize that it's easier to accept since we know it's not real or not possible a lot of times. And then this combines a lot of exaggeration and simplification of techniques. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I don't know where that yacht came from. But to create that new norm. And then the stylized concepts become that main aspect of the artwork that you're trying to pull off. And that's what it is. So those are the two ways you can do about it. Now, either way you can go about it. If you want to go more stylized realism, it's up to you. But it must fit the world and personality that your character exists in, and that's something that you need to look at. Now, just as some quick reminder, I just feel like those are really important when you're building your characters. Helps kind of define what angles you're going with those products. So that's something to really look at. Now, other than that, that's pretty much it. I'd like you to focus on a couple things. Do keep in mind that you have your discussion post to do for your reply post tonight. Also, for your project, for your checkpoint, please make sure to turn that in so I can give you feedback on something. That'd be great for your second checkpoint. And that's pretty much it. Next week, we start going into week 4, where we'll start to really build out everything in the model and really start finishing the head and making sure that we build that properly. Other than that, that's all I got. Be safe, have fun, enjoy the weekend. Please contact me if you need me. Other than that, that's it. Have a good one, everybody. Enjoy.